Festival Commission forges ahead with plans for October Carnival. Local inventors' ruler being sold in Europe. Chief Secretary reads for students on Read Aloud Day. And in sport, under 16 netballers stay away from national screening due to vaccine mandate. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Thank you for tuning in to the Tobago Updates News for Wednesday, 2nd February 2022. To our top story. Plans and discussions are underway for Tobago Carnival 2022 and 2023. This according to Chief Executive Officer of the Tobago Festivals Commission, John Arnold. Here's more.
Coming on the heels of Chief Secretary Fali Augustine's announcement that Tobago will host its carnival in October of this year, Tobago Festivals Commission CEO John Arnold said plans and consultations are already underway for the hosting of the event in October 2022 as well as Carnival 2023. Speaking on the Tobago Updates morning show on Wednesday, Arnold said the Secretary and Assistant Secretary of Tourism and Carnival stakeholders were part of the discussions.
The first thing that is taking place is the Secretary will, along with the Assistant Secretary, determine a committee. That committee will work in collaboration with us at the Festival Commission.
He said that the interim report that came out of the stakeholders' meetings, which took place over the last 6 to 8 months, will be reviewed and tabled by the committee to look at some of the comments in planning the way forward.
I think we are just at that part where we now have to have the committee do the design of what the festival can look like. Whether we're going to do Juve only in Roxborough, Night Mass only in Crown Point, Pretty Mass in town.
Arnold noted that Carnival in October will be a tourism event.
It is a tourism event, similar to all the other festival tourism events like the Jazz, which were created to bring heads in bed, bring people here, people make money, all the support industries, etc. It is the same kind of approach.
The Festivals Commission CEO said the idea regarding the new carnival construct is an excellent one and has potential now that the Commission falls under the remit of the Tobago House of Assembly. When asked about his projections for activities in Tobago apart from the anticipated October Carnival, Mr. Arnold responded.
After consultations with the Secretary, I think we are looking at a blast for Jazz 2023. We also have coming a Tambourine and Dance Festival, which is a new festival we want to develop. We're looking forward to Heritage Festival this year. We don't know, but we're hoping that we're able to now morph it into a kind of live experiential thing rather than the online activities that we have.
Beverly Edwards for Tobago Updates.
Perseverance is defined as persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay. And one person who truly understands and has lived this for the last 16 years is Tobagonian Rona Eastman Jack, inventor of the U-Dazzle fashion ruler.
Meet Mrs. Rona Eastman Jack, mother, grandmother, seamstress, and now inventor and motivational speaker. Her creation, the U-Dazzle fashion ruler, is now being sold across Europe and will be available in Tobago and Trinidad soon. Mrs. Jack remembers having that yearning to be creative from childhood and always wanting to learn how to sew.
I was always a very creative child. And at 10 years old, I won special prize for needlework in a national primary school competition. At 17 years of age, my dream came true. I entered the Sally's fashion school, and at 19, I became a seamstress.
The journey of creating the ruler began in 2006 when she first developed the concept in the hope of alleviating the challenges she had with taking traditional garment construction tools around while attending class.
The long sewing rulers pose problem when transporting them. That is when I decided I'm going to invent a sewing ruler. Soon after, I drew and folded the ruler exactly how I envisioned it. I then took it to the draftsman to have the engineering drawing done.
Disappointment followed as Rona soon realized that to protect her invention with a patent required money she did not have. And for 9 long years, she hid her Udazzle fashion ruler in a drawer. In 2015, a teacher from one of the classes she enrolled in told her about a competition.
And one day, my entrepreneurship teacher, Miss Darlene Smart, asked if anyone has an invention. She then told us about the Prime Minister's invention competition. And while in the competition, I decided to do research about invention and innovation and how to protect it.
This dreamer was motivated. No matter what came her way now, she would not stop. Despite no CXC passes and discovering that dyslexia caused her early childhood learning challenges, she pressed on. She would see her Udazzle invention through. The inventor Rona continued to navigate her way through patents, licensing, and in 2018, finally a breakthrough.
In 2018, I was 1 out of 10 women featured around the world in the World Intellectual Property Day, powering change for women in invention and creativity.
On October 24, 2018, this Tobagonian inventor signed a licensing deal with Denmark company, who has manufactured and is selling the Udazzle fashion ruler. The ruler is a unique portable device and will benefit those in the fashion and garment construction industry. It will be available in TNT at the end of this month. Congratulations to our very own inventor on the island, Mrs. Rona Eastman Jack. She is living proof dreams do come true, even if it takes 16 years. I am Natalie Seeley Richardson for Tobago Updates.
Reading aloud helps to build confidence and can also be therapeutic, according to Tobago Writers Guild President Xavier Edwards. As today is World Read Aloud Day, Edwards says it is the perfect time for Tobagonians to start practicing reading aloud and enjoy the benefits.
Reading is essential to understanding the world around us, according to Tobago Writers Guild President Xavier Edwards.
Move through a world where written language surrounds you everywhere and you can't understand it could create a very frustrated state of mind.
Edwards says going beyond silent reading to reading aloud is therapeutic and helps with mental health.
I find reading aloud alone in very quiet places, the message in the literature or the work penetrates me so much deeper.
Not only did reading aloud help build his confidence for public speaking, but Edwards says it helped him to succeed in school.
I would read aloud and record what I read. And once I read aloud and record what I read, right, when I was in school, I would listen back my notes, and that's how I would study.
The Tobago Writers Guild supports and promotes local authors. Their wish is that more people can put pen to paper in whatever format they desire and be able to present it to the public.
Continue to read to help to increase your ability to tell your own stories, to build your worldview. And today in particular, be sure to read something, both that was written by someone else and something that you write yourself.
For World Read Aloud Day, Edwards chose to read an inspirational poem from the Essential Tao written by Zhuangzi.
Great leaders in their domains are only known to exist. Those next best are beloved and praised. The lesser are feared and despised. Therefore, when faith is insufficient and there is disbelief, it is from the high value placed on words. Words are accomplished, tasks are completed, and ordinary folk all say they are acting spontaneously.
For Tobago Updates, I am Candice Jackson.
Meantime, a number of teachers hosted read-aloud sessions in their virtual classrooms. Adults and students also posted videos of themselves reading on social media. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine was also part of today's activities.
Puff, puff, chug, chug went the little engine, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Up, up, up. Faster and faster the little engine climbed.
12-year-old first-form student of Bishop's High School, Jolie St. John, selected an article from Harappa's educational website entitled Importance and Benefits of Reading Skills in Communication.
What are reading skills? Reading can make you a better writer and a speaker. Reading skills can take you a step ahead and help you achieve your objectives by customizing the way you read.
Parents of the students who attend Little Jules Early Childhood Center in Mason Hall also made the day a memorable one. They brought stories alive. Here is Mrs. Essie Parks Ewing, mother of Zaya Ewing, sharing a favorite story.
Today I'm going to be reading a story called The Buzz Buzz. I like Buzz Buzz, said Wendy. The Buzz Buzz, asked Auntie Adrienne without understanding what Wendy was talking about.
The students from Infants 2 of Table Peace Government Primary also shared parts of their favorite story or poem with each other.
Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider, discovering that he had covered many spider-like powers. They have all baked their favorite cakes, and the fairy queen is going to taste them.
If you didn't join in the Read Aloud celebrations today, well, it's not too late. Well, an appeal is going out to the public to donate blood for Kenton John. His close friend, Aaliyah Holder, says the blood is needed urgently and any blood type can be donated. She's asking persons who can donate to do so at the Scarborough General Hospital under the name of Kenton John and to please send a copy of the document to her via her Facebook page or contact her at 745-3717. We'll take a break now. Stay tuned. We have more news coming up after this break.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Welcome back. Regular police patrols are welcomed, but if the laws are not enforced, it makes no difference to the businessmen of Bonaccord and Crown Point. Those were some of the sentiments expressed at a stakeholder meeting between businessmen of the area and the TTPS on Monday.
Police officers attached to the Tobago Division want to understand how they can better cater to the community of Bonaccord, Crown Point, according to Acting Senior Superintendent Benjamin.
For us in the police service, building a greater community partnership is so very important as we set the foundation for what we want to do in the Tobago division.
He told stakeholders in the Bonaccord Crown Point community that their feedback is essential towards improving service.
Understanding the public's concerns and seeking to address these concerns, it's a priority of the executive and by extension the police service.
According to the stakeholders present, a major concern is the enforcing of regulations. Bar owners say they are doing their best to prevent unauthorized gathering outside their business places. However, they are not succeeding.
I have seen them move today because our car park is blocked. They are moved to the credit union car park. And everybody with their own music and walking with their own drinks and showing, oh, we don't need to get inside, we're not vaccinated, we could have your own party.
What we are asking again, yes, compound is a good job, but sometimes, I mean, we just need that additional presence to shut down those, music and liming, and so that affects us.
Police did give a commitment that they will take the concerns on board and strategize plans to deal with the unlawful behavior. They also asked the stakeholders to use moral persuasion against persons who may be engaging in unscrupulous behavior. But
it is difficult to curtail that, even out inside of the Buku Reef, because they know that is a difficult place for you guys to access. They do it anyway, even if they know that, because they know consequences.
Again, the police committed to exploring ways where they can enforce the laws more effectively. For Tobago Updates, I am Candace Jackson.
Meantime, there has been a 3% reduction in crime on the island, so says Acting Senior Superintendent Benjamin. He was addressing stakeholders in the community of Bonaccord Crown Point. Benjamin said this is a major achievement for the Tobago division of the TTPS.
We were able to bring our crime situation down to at least a minus 3%, which means that we were 3% lower than we were the following year. And we were able to increase our detection rate to about 52%, which was the second highest in all the divisions.
These improvements were recorded when compared to the year 2020. It is a momentum that the police wants to continue and improve on.
We have our problems, I guess everywhere would have that, but nevertheless, we want to say that we have hard-working officers.
The Tobago Police is hoping that the public and the stakeholders can strengthen partnerships with them to minimize the occurrence of criminal activities and improve detection rates. An autopsy conducted on the body of Vanna Giroud revealed that she died from drowning. The 26-year-old was found about 4 miles off the shores of Arnasvale Beach, Plymouth, on January 26th. Police said Giroud, who is from Valsay in Trinidad, was reported missing the previous day after she left her aunt's villa located in the Arnasvale area. The Tobago Regional Health Authority has appointed a new Chief Executive Officer. Mr. Simon Wilshire assumed office on Tuesday, 1st February. The TRHA says Mr. Wilshire has a wealth of experience in healthcare management, general administration, quality control, project management, and occupational safety and health. The last position he held was Deputy Director Administration, Occupational Safety and Health Agency, which he left to join the TRHA. He also served on the Trinidad and Tobago Music Festival Association and has been active with the Lindian Singers, HIV Advocacy, Trinity Junior School and governing body of Trinity College Boards. Now to the latest COVID-19 figures. Over the last 24 hours, 21 new cases were reported. Total active cases are now at 392. There are 29 patients in the hospital. No new deaths have been reported. Total deaths are now at 231. The Sport Report with Marcus Daniel is up next. Stay tuned.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Good evening and welcome to today's Sportscast. I'm Marcus Daniel. Thank you so much for joining us for the world of sport on this wonderful Wednesday evening. We begin today with news of football. Well, 9 Tobago under-20 footballers have been selected to attend national trials following last weekend's visit by national under-20 coach Angus Eve. The youngsters will join their counterparts in Trinidad as they are aiming to qualify for the 2023 FIFA Men's Under-20 World Cup in Indonesia. The players selected are forwards Daniel Richards, Quincy Winchester, Keishon Sandy, Nigel Burnett, midfielders Kylan Brathwaite, Christian Jordan, defenders Antonio Blackman, Keithley Elliott, and keeper Karim Warner. Coach Eve and his team put the players through several drills and further tested their skills with a practice match. The players have been in training at the Dwight York Stadium for just over a month under the watchful eyes of lead coach Terry Williams and 6 other local coaches. Eve said Tobago is one of 6 zones under the Trinidad and Tobago Football Federation where national screening has been taking place. He added that the Tobago players will now fall into the national pool. The other zones in Trinidad have already completed their screening, and players who came home for the Christmas holidays from U.S. colleges were also screened. Eve said they will now be taking their training sessions to Fort Lauderdale this month to conduct screening sessions for players who are willing to play for the country and whose parents were born in Trinidad and Tobago. The draw for the CONCACAF groupings will take place in April, and the top 4 teams will qualify for the World Cup. Good luck to our players out there going down to Trinidad to try and get onto that national team. In some news of track and field, well, with the government's decision to allow only vaccinated athletes and officials to return to play, a number of Tobago's unvaccinated junior athletes are set to miss out on qualifications for this year's first major junior event, the Carifta Games. We have more. Last weekend saw the first of 3 planned entries track and field series at the Hazy Crawford Stadium. Tobago was represented only by Tobago Falcons and RSS Phoenix, whose athletes failed to achieve any of the qualifying standards. All eyes will now be on the Dwight York Stadium, where the second qualifying series will be staged on Sunday, 13th February. The event over the next 6 weeks will be primarily geared towards junior athletes preparing for the Carifta trials from March 12th to 13th. National governing bodies and sports serving bodies are only allowed to host sporting events and execute sporting activities for fully vaccinated athletes, coaches and officials at specific sporting facilities. Minister of Sport and Community Development Shamfa Kojo said a safe return to sport proposal was developed by her ministry after consultations with stakeholders and officials. However, several Tobago coaches are calling for a negative PCR test to be allowed for junior athletes. This year's Carifta Games will be held in Jamaica from April 16th to 18th. Jamaica was awarded hosting duties after Guyana pulled out because of COVID-19 complications. The games have not been held for 2 years because of the pandemic, with last year's edition being delayed twice before the competition was ultimately cancelled. Though after pushing ahead, the Carifta Games will be dependent on the government of Jamaica making final determination due to the number of cases on the island at this time. Jamaica, like many other islands, has seen increasing numbers of COVID-19 cases, even though health officials have been pushing vaccination and health protocols. Yeah. Wrapping up in some news of netball, only 2 players were present at Monday's screening session for selection to the national under-16 team. Coach Kyla Keefe told Tobago Update Sports vaccination appears to be a deterrent. Much more in this story. Only vaccinated players are invited to the sessions. However, Coach Keith remains hopeful of a good turnout for the remainder of the screening days. The
The screening moved to the Montgomery Hard Court today and will conclude this Friday in Roxborough at the court located at the Sidgway Complex Car Park. Interested players are asked to be attired in black shorts and a white t-shirt with proof of vaccination. The under 16 team will compete in the Caribbean Netball Association Junior Junior Championships in Barbados. The development tournament will take place from April 9th to 17th. Keith, who is also the acting president of the Tobago Netball League, said netball has been non-existent like all other disciplines for the past 2 years due to the COVID-19 restrictions set by the government. However, she's excited by the recent return to play policy. Keith said she understands the apprehension of some players but applauded the efforts made by the government of Trinidad and Tobago as they are battling a global crisis. As for Tobago's netball in general, Keith said they have revisited their annual plans several times and intend to manage them by restructuring tournament styles and competitions in keeping with the COVID-19 regulations.
Well, hopefully we get more players going out there in Roxborough on Friday. Of course, show proof of vaccination in your attempt to get onto that national team. Get away COVID. Thank you so much for joining us in the World of Sports today. Marcus Daniel, and I'll hand you back to Patricia for more news.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
World Wetlands Day was observed today. In Tobago, the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development is embarking on a one-month education drive to inspire Tobagonians to conserve wetlands. Here are the details.
Wetlands are a crucial part of the environment. They protect the shorelines from rough seas and storms. They reduce the impact of floods. They eliminate pollutants and improve water quality, and they are the nursery for many marine animals. 90% of the world's wetlands have already been degraded, resulting in erosion of shorelines, destruction from flood, and loss of marine life. Secretary in the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, Natisha Charles Panton, in her World Wetlands Day address, is calling for action.
It is urgent that we raise local, national and global awareness about wetlands in order to reverse their rapid depletion and loss.
Wetlands in Tobago have already been destroyed, while others are not in good health, with even some experiencing mangrove dieback.
I therefore sincerely appeal to all of Tobago to value the importance of our natural resources and to commit to the conservation of them all. I beseech you to invest financial, human and political capital to conserve our wetlands.
The division plans to educate Tobagonians through e-brochures. Additionally, activities are planned for the entire month of February, including a mangrove tree replanting exercise involving the public.
Our division will facilitate requested planting exercises at various locations throughout Tobago through the Plant a Tree program. Members of the public are invited to access trees through the Department of Natural Resources and Forestry for planting in and around selected wetlands.
Wetlands of focus in Tobago will be in Louisdor, Bloody Bay, Ministers Bay, Blue Haven Beach, and the Bucco Reef Bonaccord Lagoon. Meanwhile, the division wants to partner with NGOs and other interest groups towards wetland conservation. For Tobago Updates, I am
Just in time for Wetlands Day, and as visitors begin returning to Tobago, a few stakeholders are cleaning up no man's land. Green Tours Tobago partnered with the Buku Reef Tour Association to prepare no man's land for visitors. For most of 2021, access to the tourism hotspot was restricted due to COVID-19 public health regulations. Now that beaches are open from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. and reef tours are once again permitted, the stakeholders took it upon themselves to prepare the area for visitors. They cleared overgrown bush, cleaned up trash found on the shore, and prepared the huts. No Man's Land is a small strip of land on the edge of the Bonaccord Lagoon. This picturesque location is one of the highlights for the Buku Reef tours. And that story brings us to the end of our Tobago Updates newscast for this evening. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Thank you for tuning in and do have a good night.